Hello and welcome to Friday's Look North. Welcome to Hillsborough Park and Sheffield Tramlines 2026. This is the 17th edition of Tramlines. 40,000 people packed into the park over the next 3 days to enjoy music, comedy and entertainment. Plus, we'll be finding out how Sheffield school children are being inspired to be the next generation of music fans by trying to work out what happened to a missing 8-foot fiberglass gorilla.
And it looks like the weather will turn a little bit more unsettled this weekend. However, the heat may well return next week. Join me for the very latest forecast.
Well, it's described as Sheffield's biggest party, and just look, the joint is absolutely jumping. Over the next 3 days, 70 acts will perform on a variety of stage. Welcome to Tramlines 2026. Yorkshire's own Kaiser Chiefs on stage in the next 10 minutes. Top of the bill tonight is Fat Boy Slim. This is the 17th edition of Tramlines, and the organisers say it's growing exponentially each year. One of the co-founders is Tim Cleesby. I've been talking to him about how proud he is of the way it's all grown.
I think it's about providing more than just music. You know, the festival it provides a lot of great music, but we do a lot more than that. You know, we have comedy, we have a great area for kids, and it's also providing a safe space for people to come and have a good time. You know, come down and let your hair down a bit, but knowing you're in a safe environment to do that.
And to see it grow the way it has over the 17 years must make you enormously satisfied as a founding member, if you like.
Absolutely, it's incredible. You know, where from where we started from to where we've got to it's just amazing, and it's a testament to the team that actually put it all together. You know, I don't do this on my own. There's a huge team of us now that put this together, and everyone puts in a massive shift to get it done, and it's a testament to their hard work to where we've got to.
Well, that's Tim Cleesby. Well, one of the big draws of this festival, it appeals to a variety of ages, from teenagers, older teenagers, to more mature individuals. I'm not sure who they're talking about, but anyway, that's the broad appeal. This weekend as well has a special appeal because primary school children from across Sheffield have got involved with a Blossom song produced a few years ago. Now, Blossoms are topping the bill tomorrow night, along with Rick Astley. A few years ago, they produced a song about this giant 8-foot fiberglass gorilla which was stolen from a garden centre in Scotland. Well, the kids have got together to recreate that video. Take a look at this and look out for two very familiar faces.
You ready?
Hi everyone, Blossoms here. Can't wait to hear your version of Gary, our song that we love very much. So yeah,
good luck guys.
Good luck guys.
See you.
It's just a cracking song with a great background, a story which schools love. Schools love a story because they can develop the project in schools. And it's a catchy song, and the kids absolutely loved it.
8-foot tall with a fiberglass heart, also known as Gary. Well, I like best about Tim is that when he dresses up, it's really like good, and it's like he's not like a normal gorilla. What did you like being about in the video? Because Gary, because I like singing and being on telly.
They were really excited. They came home really buzzing and telling me about this song that I'd not heard. Can I find it on my phone to play it for them? There was me trying to wonder why Rick Astley and Sean Dyche were in a video. And then as they were walking to school one day, I heard other children singing it. There just seemed to be this big community spirit across how all these children knew about Gary the gorilla.
They really loved the idea that Gary had disappeared, where had he gone to, and they could come up with their own theories and ideas. Some of the schools drew posters and drew looking for Gary posters and developed into more than just a music project.
I know how the kids had so much fun in taking part in making that video. Well done to them, and well done to Blossoms for agreeing for them to take part. Well, the weather's been set fair today. The crowd, it's a sellout, so there are no more tickets available. But such is the sunshine, such is the fun here. Hats are essential wear on an occasion like this. Abby, back to you.
And a very nice hat it is too, Phil. Thank you. We'll have more from Tramlines a little bit later, but first let's look at some of the day's other news. Pigeons are a problem in many towns and cities. Their droppings can contain over 100 pathogens and can spread disease. In railway stations in particular, they're treated as vermin, but some bird lovers say it's time that attitude changed. BBC research has revealed that thousands of pigeons have been shot dead in train stations in the last year. And while private operators are not obliged to publish their culling rates, among publicly owned stations, York had the highest rate, with over 600 birds shot in a 15-month period. Campaigners say that's unacceptable, as Kathy Killick reports.
Rats with wings or feathered friends, opinions are divided over pigeons, and at places like York Station they can be a dirty nuisance. BBC research has revealed 152 birds were shot here in one day last year. LNER says that high number was because there had been a lull in culling beforehand, but even so, the figure has upset bird lovers.
I think it's a disgrace. It's not their fault that they're here. It's our fault that they're here.
Michelle Cockayne runs a bird and animal sanctuary in Conisbrough. Shot and injured pigeons arrive with depressing regularity, 10 this week alone. She nurses them back to health, remembering the vital part carrier pigeons played in both world wars. She says shooting the birds is wrong.
It's totally unfair, it's cruel, and I think that they need to think about it a bit more than what they are. Oh, we'll kill it, that's it, it's gone. No, it's not good enough.
We asked the people in charge here at York Station if we could film the pigeons and talk to someone about the problem, but they declined to give us access. They did give us a statement, though, saying safety was their #1 priority and the pigeons' droppings cause a slip hazard. They said humane deterrent methods are always used first, but our research has revealed birds were shot here on 8 occasions last year, killing 445 birds in total. And in the first 3 months of this year, 163 pigeons have been shot. York pest control expert Rob Loft understands both sides of the pigeon problem. He favours prevention over culling, but acknowledges populations are hard to control.
I think it's a very difficult one to decide. Pigeon spikes, they'll always nest in amongst the spikes. Birds of prey, that will send them away for a while, but they get used to it and then come back. You have then the option to shoot the pigeons, but again, once they're shot, then more will return.
There is a new method he'd like to try, a gel that emits UV light. The manufacturers say the pigeons see it as fire and are put off landing near. It might be part of a solution that avoids culling, though some operators are abandoning shooting anyway. Northern Rail stopped last December, and pigeon campaigners hope other operators will follow suit. Kathy Killick, BBC Look North, York.
A fire which badly damaged 5 houses in Sheffield was started by someone burning waste in their garden that became out of control. An investigation by the fire service has found. The blaze ripped through homes on Fox Hill Road in Grenoside in the early hours of yesterday morning. A 59-year-old man was arrested and bailed by police. 10 fire engines have been at a recycling plant near Huddersfield. They were called to Matrix Direct Recycle in Kirkheaton this morning. People living nearby have been advised to keep doors and windows closed as a precaution. A fundraising campaign has started for a statue of Kevin Keegan after his death earlier this week. Keegan was born in Doncaster. He went on to win 63 England caps and later became England manager. He started his career at Scunthorpe United, and their supporters trust is aiming to raise £10,000 towards a statue. A family from Leeds are among tens of thousands of people who've been evacuated in France due to wildfires which have been burning there since Tuesday. Mark Dorey was camping with his family near Bordeaux. They were evacuated to a nearby leisure centre where they spent the night. I caught up with him a little earlier.
The campsite we're staying in is just outside Biscarrosse, and yesterday we were just returning from a few hours at the pool when I sort of felt on my arms and thought, what is going on? Is someone having a barbecue or a fire? And then looked up and it was a sort of apocalyptic scene with smoke billowing everywhere. But it transpired that just the speed of this fire that was sort of contained at about 200 hectares and then just grew and grew. And then when you started seeing helicopters go overhead with huge canisters of water and huge sort of response from fire engines, I believe upwards of sort of 160 fire personnel, then the scale of it hit home really. But I think for us sort of on the campsite, we were advised just to stay on the site, be sort of watchful. And then at about 10 p.m. last night, someone from the campsite telling us that unfortunately we did have to evacuate. So we had about half an hour to pack up our things and made our way to a gymnasium that was the sort of nearby town that was out of range of the fire itself. But sort of overnight, it seems to have grown and grown even further.
Now, you've gone expecting a relaxing holiday with your children. How are the family coping? Because it must be very stressful now.
They're very tired. We spent the night on quite a hard gymnasium floor, but genuinely we're really well looked after by sort of the French authorities, and the information that they gave us was clear. But yeah, there's been a few tears, certainly, myself included, having driven down all those hours to get to our summer holiday, for sure. We've just made the decision to sort of move inland and stay well clear of the incident. So at the moment, we're going to try and continue our holiday, albeit in a different manner than we had planned in France, but due to come home next week.
Well, Mark, stay safe and enjoy the rest of your holiday if you can. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Shall we have a look at some of the stories from around the region on the BBC News app? A man's body has been found in the River Aire in Leeds city centre, with his death being described by police as unexplained. Plans to rebuild 2 leisure centres providing what's been called as state-of-the-art facilities in Sheffield have moved a step closer, with work set to begin this autumn. And repairs to the sandstone columns of Whitby's Grade 2 listed Old Town Hall have been approved after a survey found parts of it were in a critical condition. And you can get more details on those stories and everything else happening in our region by downloading the BBC News app. Some sports news for you now. The Halifax Panthers and the Leeds Rhinos go head-to-head in the Wheelchair Rugby League Final, Challenge Cup Final this weekend. The Panthers go in as defending champions after lifting the trophy last year. They've been dominant in Super League this season, remaining unbeaten. The Leeds Rhinos have won the contest 3 times before, and the game, which is being shown on the BBC iPlayer, promises to be fiercely fought.
With Leeds, we've got plenty of history within the sport itself, and they've brought on some new players. We've brought on a couple new players as well. So the team's swapped over the years. So it's just going to be a really good, fast, and fierce game really between us.
A cup final or like a final, anything can happen on the day, and we're certainly going in there confident, and we know what needs to be done to win. But we're no strangers to these big games, so hopefully we've got everything we need to do in the prep It's down to the players now to get out there and do it.
At the Commonwealth Games on day one in Glasgow, powerlifter Lottie McGuinness finished outside the medals, but some of our region's other athletes are already in the hunt for honours in the next few hours. The Carroll sisters from Home Firth, Ursula and Astrid, have both qualified for tonight's final of the Paris Swimming 100 metres freestyle. Having been born in different places, Ursula is in Team England and Astrid competes for Scotland. And we have high hopes for Halifax-born Luke Whitehouse too, who's competing right now in the men's gymnastics. Doncaster's record-breaking darts player Beau Greaves is in the top seed going into the Women's World Match Play. She's hoping to reclaim the title and continue her winning season. 22-year-old Greaves made history earlier this year as the first ever woman to win a PDC title. She's the only woman playing full-time on the PDC tour, and she says she's settled in really well.
It helps that a lot of the blokes that are on the tour are gentlemen, that they're really nice, really respectful to me, so that kind of relaxed me a little bit. And obviously I feel like I just kind of fit in there a little bit. I think I've fitted in really well. Obviously I'm playing some good darts and stuff, and it's a nice environment to be in, so that's helpful as well. And yeah, I feel really relaxed. I enjoy it, and I look forward to going to the comps, and I don't feel intimidated one bit by any of them, so that's been really, really sweet.
Well, it's time now to go back to Tramlines, and a little bit earlier, Phil sent us this from Backstage.
Welcome backstage, behind the big top here at Tramlines. This is known as To The Stage, which is a Yorkshire play on words from something which is similar at Glastonbury. This is where you get alternative entertainment, including the comedy. On the bill today is Tom Wrigglesworth, local comedian born and bred from Totley, the Bel Air of Sheffield. Am I right?
Absolutely right, Phil. Really nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well. How does it feel to be performing here in your home city?
Oh, I love it. I do this festival most years. If I'm not on here, I'll come here. I'll bring my kids, and it's we really look. It's the best day out of the year for Sheffield. I think it's absolutely wonderful, and I've seen it grow from like when it started. It's like tiny in little venues into Devonshire Green, I think, for a bit. So now to have it here, brilliant.
You've done a lot of radio work. What's the difference when you play an audience like this in a big tent like this?
Comedy-wise, radio is a completely different thing to this. I mean, radio's controlled. The whole audience knows what they're doing, and you can redo it if you make a mistake. So from a comedian's point of view, I totally prefer radio, but this is much more fun. You can't do a radio gig and then come out of your stage and see Fatboy Slim. So for that, I prefer Tramlines.
And you started out as a telecoms engineer. When did you realise it was comedy that you really wanted to pursue?
I mean, you're going back a long time there, Phil.
How do you switch to comedy? Is it something you've always sort of had?
Yeah, I did. I got fed up with people saying you should try comedy, you should try comedy. So I went, okay, go on. And it turns out I make a much better comedian than I do a telecoms engineer. I thought you were going to ask me to rewire a phone for a second then.
Well, I could, I suppose, if you had time to do it. Very briefly, being back here, it must be a great thrill, as you say, to be on stage in South Yorkshire and Sheffield. You're hopeful that Tramlines will continue for many years to come?
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, they seem to have like topped out as far as, but I don't know where else they'd want to go as far as it being bigger. They could get like, I mean, it's perfect as it is. I mean, and like I say, it has evolved and grown. But I would say right now, this kind of size, it's absolutely perfect. And like also, you know, I get to walk past Hillsborough, which is always an absolute
Sheffield Wednesday
pleasure.
fan, you
Yes, yes.
That's Tom Wrigglesworth speaking to me a little earlier on. Well, from one artist to another, the lady sitting next to me said they're making a right racket. That is the Kaiser Chiefs who've just taken to the stage. You've just insulted Yorkshire royalty. Welcome, Lavelle. Lavelle, lovely to see you.
Nice to see you, Phil.
From Sheffield.
Yeah.
How do you describe your musical style? You've already been on stage today.
I have. My music, I am an R&B singer. I have come from grassroots music. Pattern and Push have supported me since the very start of my career. I've literally built my way up from the smaller stage at Tramlines to today I headlined the Hudder stage. So yeah, like I'm really, really happy about that.
Tell me about your recent success, because you've got some good news to tell us.
Yes, I recently last week had my 6th #1 on the UK R&B iTunes chart. I'm going to be dropping a new single in August called Habibti with Gecko. He's an amazing artist from Manchester, and hopefully we can do the same again.
What does it mean to be here at Tramlines? Because it's your home city.
It means absolutely everything to me, Tramlines. I really love it. It's always like a looked for date in the calendar for people from Sheffield. Everyone comes from far and wide to enjoy it. And yeah, it's just always something that annually me and my team really, really enjoy.
You have a campaign to get more female artists on stage at places like this as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's absolutely brilliant what Pattern and pushing the grassroots people are doing. You know, there is a lack of female artists. There's a lack of support for female artists. You know, just because of gender inequality and, you know, things like females being mums and stuff like that. So it's difficult to follow your dreams as a female, but I've definitely seen it improve this year and I hope it can improve further.
And this city's got such a pedigree of musical talent too, hasn't it?
Has. Yeah, no, there's so much talent. Like, even here today, like, what I like about Tramlines is you'll see R&B, you see indie, you see rock, you see pop, so it's definitely a good place for music discovery.
And the great thing is it's got a wide appeal, and when we have weather like this, it's...
Well, you feel like you're on holiday, don't you? You feel like you're on holiday.
Well, listen, lovely to see you. Congratulations on your recent success, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you. Can I just say hello to my son? Hi, George. I just want to say hello. And my new project is out in September. It's called Mood Board.
Hey, that's a good plug, isn't it? Well, if you haven't been to Tramlines before, as our reporter Lizzie Baines hasn't, we sent her out and about to get a sample of the atmosphere.
As a sold-out weekend, Tramlines Festival is the hot ticket for music lovers.
I'm looking forward to seeing Reverend Makers. Can't wait for that, and Fatboy Slim today.
But beyond the big stage, there's all sorts of attractions for clamouring crowds, from the wonderful to the weird.
I mean, why do we dress as a whoopee cushion? Because, I mean, why not? I come here every year and it's always fun. There's always great people on playing and everyone's great and lovely.
Like any northerner, I, of course, love gravy. And here at Tramlines Festival, we've got an entire gravy stand. Talk me through, how does it feel to be here at Tramlines Festival?
Weather's good, it's all we want. We don't want rain, we just want it to be perfect, cloudy, but not too hot. And it should be amazing. They've got some great acts and everything. So, like, this for me is ideal.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
Of course, at a festival, fashions are really important, aren't they? But on a day like today, it's also really key to keep cool. What do we think of this?
It is glorious today, so yeah, the weather's incredible. Daughter's got an incredible hat as well. They're all starting to get hats. We're slightly worried about the sun, so keeping them out in the shade at least.
You gotta be safe from the sun.
But also a bit of bling?
Yeah, I saw it and I just fell in love straight away. Just saw the feathers and I was like, I have to have that.
Of course, it is the music that takes centre stage here at Tramlines, and while there are plenty of old favourites, Camera are on the lineup for the very first time.
It's still got such of that, you know, Sheffield strong northern identity, and loads of people come back here who love it, and yeah, it's really fun to be a part of.
I think it's a wonderful moment for us, especially we met at the start of our university experience here in Sheffield, and Camera has grown through uni with the five of us, and now some of us have finished, some of us are moving away, and it's a lovely way to kind of round off our experience here. And you know, let's give our thanks to Sheffield.
With 40,000 people expected at Hillsborough Park over the weekend, there'll be many memories made here at the festival that's hitting all the right notes. Elizabeth Baines, BBC Look North, Sheffield.
Lizzie Baines out and about sampling the atmosphere here at Hillsborough Park today. As you can see, plenty of sunshine, plenty of sunglasses, hats, shorts, the lot. It's been a great day today. Kaiser's on now. Fatboy Slim is top of the bill tonight. Paul is got the forecast. We've had a really good day today. However, I'm not sure they're going to be quite as lucky tomorrow or Sunday, but Paul can give us the full forecast.
He must be wearing that hat for a bet. Goodness me, what does he look like? And yes, there is a bit of patchy rain on the way for tomorrow afternoon and for Sunday morning, and then the heat builds again next week. Quickly then, let me show you a couple of pictures that you've sent in. That's the first one. That's stunning, isn't it? That's Bempton Cliffs. That was about 2 o'clock this afternoon. What a place to be this weekend. And that was taken in Denby Dale. There's been quite a lot of cloud across the Pennines, but it broke up quite nicely, certainly in the Denby Dale area. Of course, if you've got any pictures you're out and about this weekend, the address is X, Instagram, and on the Weather Watcher website. So tomorrow, a bit of a change coming. A cold front will introduce more cloud with some patchy rain. That'll head down from the northwest, courtesy of these weather fronts. Another set coming through Saturday night. So Sunday morning, patchy rain at first, brightening later, and then high pressure builds once more next week. A lot of fine weather to come, the odd shower, but it looks like the heat will build in some spots. We could well be close to heat wave criteria once again. Now there's the satellite picture. There's that troublesome cloud that stuck across the west and North Yorkshire Pennines for much of the day. It is beginning to break up. Elsewhere, lots of sunshine around. So it's a fine evening. Lots of that sun. Then overnight, maybe 1 or 2 showers drifting down from the northwest, but most of us should be fine, and we'll see lowest temperatures coming in at around about 12 or 13 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow's high water times in Scarborough in the afternoon at 20 past 2. So a lovely start with some sunshine in the morning. There's that cold front bringing patchy rain southeastwards late morning into the afternoon, not amounting to a great deal, followed by sunshine with a few Pennine showers. Eastern areas seeing very little, if any, rain at all tomorrow. Temperatures not far from average. We're looking at highs of 21 to 23 degrees. And then Saturday evening, sunshine, a few Pennine showers drifting through Sheffield perhaps, but elsewhere there'll be a lot of sunshine through Saturday evening. For Sunday then, cloudy in the morning and more patchy outbreaks of rain. I think again amounts will be small. The afternoon becomes dry and brighter with some sunshine. Quite a cool and breezy day to come on Sunday. And then for next week, a lot of fine weather, and look, temperatures on the up, reaching 27 or 28 degrees by the middle of the week. Phil, back to you in Sheffield.
Thank you, Paul. I think you'll find that headwear is not only sensible, it's entirely essential, especially something like this. The Tramlines Festival continues. As I say, the Kaisers are on now. You can hear them if you can't see them. Followed by Fatboy Slim. Tomorrow it'll be the Blossoms along with Rick Astley, Gabrielle's here, Reverend and the Makers on Sunday. So a packed festival over the next few days. Thank you to the team who made it possible today. That's it from Hillsborough Park, but from all of us here, enjoy the rest of your Friday evening and have a great weekend. Good night.